What is going on with Manchester United? I don't recognise Manchester United anymore. Two of the lines from Wayne Rooney's podcast, The Wayne Rooney Show, this week, talking about the predicament and situation currently at Manchester United. This is Forever United TV. Welcome along to this show, everybody. I want to go into a bit more detail on what Manchester United legend and leading goal scorer of all time, Wayne Rooney, had to say on the current situation with Ruben Amorim, the ownership model at Manchester United, and how bad the club actually is at the moment. He has been brutally honest in this show and has gone into detail on where he feels Manchester United are at. The pressure on him in actually coming out and talking about this, his sons being at the football club, him speaking and what it means to what happens and how much of an influence his words are going to have on the media, the effect on the manager. He knows all of this and still came out with this blockbuster podcast this weekend over Manchester United. It is absolutely brilliant and absolutely brutally honest, like I said. So we're going to go through this. I want to gauge where you are all at with this. An extra show. I'm going to bring up some of your comments probably later on in the evening show tonight. So I want you to get into the comment section and let me know what you think about Wayne Rooney. Is he saying everything that's on the minds of every single Manchester United fan right now? Is this where we're all at? Because this is a striker, former player that's looking at this football club in disgust. Let's read on. This is the main part of the podcast. This is what Wayne Rooney actually had to say about Manchester United pretty much through the whole podcast and where he's at right now. All day I've been debating this. Do I say this? Shall I say it? Because I know it's going to bring pressure and it's going to get into the media and it's going to get picked up and the manager's going to get asked questions about it. But I feel I need to. Honesty, straight from the box here. This is a man that knows the influence that he's got, who is toying with the idea here. Not so much toying with it, but it's playing on his mind as to whether or not he needs to say something. I was a footballer at this club for 13 years, and what is going on is not right. And this is not all on the manager, by the way. I'm seeing players, they're not deserving to wear that shirt, and it hurts. When you've been in football, a club, for so long, you care for the club. It is not acceptable what is going on. Manchester United haven't won back-to-back games for I don't know how long. His compadre, whatever you want to say, partner in the podcast, then comes back with the actual date of when Man United actually won back-to-back games. It wasn't true, but we'll let him off with that one. But yeah, Wayne Rooney, I can feel his pain. Because he's talking like a Manchester United fan there. He's talking about someone who came into Manchester United and was an absolute legend at that club, who pretty much put him on the map. He gave everything to Manchester United and the club gave everything back to him. And that's a man that knows the importance of giving your all on the pitch and wanting to win. He goes into detail about players not fighting, not putting the right amount of effort in. Good players that are just not working hard enough at Manchester United. And again, you can go down this whole nostalgia road and the historical side of Manchester United. Stop living in the past, people will say, and everything like this. But Wayne Rooney's got this pretty much bang on. It wasn't too long ago that Wayne Rooney was playing football. Everybody else at that point has progressed and has been intense, and everything that's been going on at the football club has been all on the football pitch and all based around the football pitch. Manchester United have been completely different. Whether or not we can use that as an excuse to where we're at right now and the pressure that Ruben is on, but what is going on the pitch is what Wayne Rooney is saying here. You've listened to what Gary Neville has said. We talked about it this morning. Wayne Rooney here, also on top of this, you're talking about men that have won at Manchester United. And you've got that old story then to put into play here with the Manchester United legends. They sometimes get brought up and picked on because they've got opinions of a different era of football. And it's not the same anymore. It isn't the same anymore. But what Wayne Rooney is saying is that Manchester United's players right now are not putting the right amount of effort in. And he says there, clearly for everybody to see and listen to, that he's toying with the idea, really, whether to say anything or not. Should I say something? Should I not say something? He has got two sons who play for Manchester United. He's at Carrington all of the time. If he does a podcast and speaks out on Manchester United, it is going to reverberate around the world. He knows this. He's not bigging himself up. He is just thinking here, look, I've got two lads at United here. I don't really want to be going in on the football club. So this is the man on the inside of Manchester United. Let's not forget, Wayne Rooney was the one that was telling us about Marcus Rashford training on his own next to the under-10s. How embarrassing that must be for a senior player. What's going on there? Where's the attitude from this player? Where's the discipline from this player? Why is he training on his own? That is embarrassing for a first-team Manchester United player. And this is a lad that's come through Manchester United's academy. The same academy where both of his sons are currently playing football for Manchester United. This is what his son's next step basically is, because Kai Rooney right now, Wayne Rooney's eldest son, 15, yes, he's out injured at the moment, but he's playing for the under-18s. The next progression for him would be maybe under-21s and potentially making it into the first team. Wayne Rooney here is actually thinking, where is this club going to be in 2 years when my lad's 17 and knocking on the manager's door potentially? Do I want him at Manchester United? Or am I thinking right now, as a man that's been here at this football club for 13 years, and the love that I've got for this football club, do I have to forget about that because this club is being run into the ground? In Wayne Rooney's words, he wants the ownership, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, whoever it is, to come out and give everybody some clarity, come out and do something about this situation right now, because everybody's watching this club crumble in front of their eyes. And every single Manchester United fan I have seen has jumped onto this. The fact that I've just mentioned, the fact that he's talking about his sons being at United, I guarantee you, he's thinking there, like, obviously people know me at the club and are going to think I'm going in on Ruben Amorim here because he mentions it there. Like, this is going to get to the manager, this is going to get to the media, and everyone's going to run with it. Do I say anything or don't I? But he can't hold back. He cannot hold back. So he knows that this is going to affect the football club. But think about what I said there before you put your comments in the comment section below. His son is 15. In 2 years, where are United going to be? The way it's going, they might not be in the Premier League. They might be in the relegation zone, and they could get relegated if it carries on this way. Someone needs to come out and do something, because if United are in the relegation zone and do potentially get relegated, then that's what I said this morning. It affects everything. It affects the under-18s development, the under-21s, the funding potentially for the women's team as well. It is an absolute embarrassment for Manchester United. And what Wayne Rooney is saying is everything that we're all thinking. The club can come out with whatever they want and say that there is no shortlist for another manager or no decision is being made. I'm sorry, we're not having it. Even Alex Cook has come out today and said they're already casting the net to try and find what managers they can drag back in that might be available to replace Ruben Amorim. Because like what Gary Neville said, and I think what Gary Neville said as well here is very, very true. The Sunderland game is huge, because if he loses that, you know he's going to lose to Liverpool as well. There's no way United beat Liverpool. Then it's Brighton. And you look at it, 4 games in a row where United have lost. And then 2 games we lost last season coming up next after that in Forest and Spurs away. Wayne Rooney, Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, everyone's saying the same. Danny Simpson, Wes Brown on MUTV. People from inside United are now talking. It's that bad at this football club. And they know the implications that their words are going to have. And that's what Wayne Rooney's going on about there. And this now is how bad this football club is and how much of a mess it's in. People coming out and saying to the big ownerships of this football club, the Glazers, we don't even care about. They're nothing. Ineos, do something. Make something happen. Come out and say something publicly if you have to, so everybody knows. But this is crumbling in front of our eyes. They're Wayne Rooney's words. Get into the comments and let me know what you think, everybody. I'm going to bring up some of them later on. I'm fascinated to see where everyone's at with this right now. Are the ex-players got a right to say what they have and what they are doing, even though that they were in a completely different area of football? That's what I want to know. Comment below. Give the video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on your screen, and I'll see you all later on.